Why did the dog sit in the shade? Because he didn't want to be a hot dog. Welcome, friends, to a world where laughter has four legs, a wagging tail, and a heart full of heroism. Today we're diving into some fantastic tales that are a little bit different. These are stories where man's best friend leaps into action, not just to fetch a ball or a stick, but to save the day. But don't worry, we're not here for the tears and drama. No, we're adding a twist of humor to these heroic hound happenings. Imagine a superhero in a fur coat, a cape flapping in the wind, and a bark that can stop a thief or a fire in its tracks. These are our heroes, but with a dash of the ridiculous, a pinch of the absurd, and a whole lot of laughter thrown in. So buckle up, it's going to be a pawsome journey. Who needs Baywatch when you have a dog on patrol? Let's dive into a charming tale about a pooch who turned lifeguard for a day. Picture a sunny afternoon by the pool, a child splashing about, and a vigilant dog watching from the sidelines. Suddenly the child slips into the deep end. Panic ensues, but our four-legged friend doesn't miss a beat. Instead of leaping into the water like a canine David Hasselhoff, our hero chooses a different approach. Spotting a pool noodle nearby, the dog grabs it with its mouth, and with a determined trot, it heads to the pool edge. With a swift push, the noodle dances across the water towards the struggling child. The child grabs the noodle and our dog pulls back, bringing the child to safety. Laughter soon replaces the initial shock as everyone realizes the absurdity of the situation. And that's how a pool noodle turned into a lifesaver. Who knew a dog could be so innovative? Who needs a smoke alarm when you have a dog with a nose for trouble? Let me share a tale that's sure to tickle your funny bone. This is a story about a dog named Ruffles. Now, Ruffles was an ordinary dog with an extraordinary sense of smell. One late evening, as his owner was sound asleep, Ruffles caught a whiff of something amiss: smoke. But instead of barking or tugging at his owner's sleeve, Ruffles had a more creative plan. He dashed to the kitchen, grabbed a bucket of water that was conveniently left by the sink, and with a swift movement, he doused his owner. Imagine the surprise of waking up to a splash of water and a wagging tail, only to realize your house was on the verge of becoming a bonfire. Ruffles' quick thinking and, let's face it, comedic timing saved the day. And that's how a dog became a one-man fire brigade. I guess he really wanted to extinguish his duties. Who needs a security system when you have a dog with a knack for crime fighting? Now that's a question worth pondering. Picture this. It was an ordinary Tuesday night in a quaint little town. As the moon rose high in the sky, shadows danced menacingly around the quiet houses. Suddenly, a sneaky burglar, thinking he'd found an easy target, decided to break into one of these homes. But he was in for a surprise. Enter our hero, a quick-witted hound with a nose for trouble. Instead of resorting to the usual doggy defense of barking or biting, our clever canine had a different plan. He stealthily snatched the intruder's shoes right off his feet. You heard it right, folks. The burglar was left shoeless and clueless. Soon the police arrived, following a trail of abandoned shoes, leading them straight to the barefooted burglar. And that's how a pair of stolen shoes led to a burglar's downfall. Talk about a barking up the wrong tree. From life-saving pool noodles to fire-extinguishing buckets, our four-legged friends sure know how to keep us safe. Let's take a moment to recount these hilarious and heartwarming stories. Remember the lifeguard Pooch? Who knew a dog could master the art of the pool noodle rescue, and with such flair? And let's not forget about our smoke detector canine, alerting their owner to a forgotten pizza burning in the oven. That's one way to avoid a charred dinner. Moving on to the crime-busting hound who managed to scare off a burglar with the most unexpected weapon, a squeaky toy. It's safe to say that day the squeak was mightier than the sword. These stories just go to show that when it comes to our dogs, their bravery and resourcefulness know no bounds. And that's a wrap. Remember, the next time you're in a pickle, your dog might just be your funniest and furriest savior. Until next time, keep your tails wagging.